Hello, Internet, and welcome to a brand new day, a brand new interlude, a brand new episode of the Queer Chronicles of the Strixhaven Quartet here on Game Nights. I am your host and your Dungeon Master, Van, and we're here to play some goddamn Dungeons and Dragons, and I'm very excited about it. Welcome in, welcome back, hello, happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Happy weekend, everybody. Before we get started, I'll tell you a little bit about what we got going on the channel this week. My chat commands are still not working. Been troubleshooting those for several days. Don't know why. If you're live with us on Twitch and you want to get in on our socials, they're all linked down below our faces on our drop page. You can follow us on Mastodon and Blue Sky. Most importantly, you can join our Discord, where we all exist talking about our games and other games and video games and all manner of fun stuff. So click the big word that says Discord, coming out with us. Our next live stream after this will be this evening, I believe. We confirmed we're playing later. Yeah, we did.
Believe so, yeah.
Awesome. Should have asked before we started the stream. Didn't. Our next live stream after this is going to be at 5 o'clock Eastern time later today. It'll be Hearts of Stone or Blades in the Dark campaign that Val runs for us here on the channel. And you can see some familiar faces from here over there as well. And then we've got our streams throughout the week. Our schedule is down below our face. It's also pinned to our Discord. We play lots of games here. Not limited to Dungeons and Dragons. So come hang out with us. We try a bunch of different stuff and mostly do crime, because that's what we like to do. I am going to let my friends here introduce themselves, tell you who they are, where you can find them on the internet, and for some of them, give a big hearty welcome back to the show, because we're going to start with Sid.
Hey! I'm Christina Sid. You can find me on the internet at Greek Sid. I'm here Saturdays and Mondays. Today, again, I will be playing Giselle. Giselle is a Tabaxi Warlock Rogue. Yay!
So they're not a sorcerer?
No, she's not. She's not a sorcerer.
Not a sorcerer.
Anymore.
Forgot that.
Anymore.
Never forget. Thanks, Sid. Next up is Rach.
Hi, I'm Rachel. Rachel is Beth. Rachel is this mess with the Z in the middle and 7S. I don't know why I keep doing that to myself because it's very hard to say. I am here on Saturdays. I'm on LB Hackmuck's channel on Sundays, and I'm here every other Wednesday now. And today I'm playing Sereia Vale, the Water Genasi Circle of Wildfire Druid.
Thank you, Rach. Next up is Val.
Hello, everybody. I'm Val. You can find me at the Kraken's Crown, lurking around the internet. I am here a few days a week playing and running games. I'm running 3 games on this channel right now. After this stream, I'll be running our Hearts of Stone, Blades in the Dark game. Come join us for that. Mondays, I normally run our game of Red Jenny. We played the Dragon Age TTRPG. Been doing that for like 50 episodes now. Taking a brief break from that while Sita is going to be running a little mini 2-shot for our gang. We've had to push it back a couple of weeks because of people being sick, but should be starting this Monday. So join us at 8 o'clock Monday right here for that game. And then on Wednesdays, we had our first session of it last week. Every other Wednesday for next couple months, we'll be running a game called a little game you might have heard of called Neon Souls. We're coming back for a season 4. We're playing Star Wars 5e, doing some Dune, Star Wars, cyberpunk kind of shit. So that's at 8 o'clock Eastern time as well. I think that's everything. I'm also over on LB Hackmo's channel in the Returned Playthings of the Gods as the Water Genasi Arrow. That's me. Tonight I will be playing Law Justicia, who is an artificer.
Twists and turns, and we're only in the intro. Thanks, Val. And finally, we have Wally.
Sup, y'all? It's me, Wally, your favorite non-binary sign best friend. On the internet, you can find me on the social medias at WALLE132, just like the cute little Disney robot. Type it in, find out what I'm doing, because that's where you can find out where I'm at. I am here Mondays and Saturdays playing games with all these wonderful people. Also, you can find me over at Husha_Kid, playing some One Piece TTRPG, some Lurking Legends. That's a lot of fun. Also, check me out on other stuff, because I got other things I'm doing that's going to be happening soon. You may see me in one-shots. You may see me in charity streams. Who knows? So keep an eye on me. Today, I am playing Damian, the dragon monk who's powered by anime and Jesus.
Thanks, Wally. And thanks, Jesus.
Thanks, Jesus.
We just never got.
We don't thank Jesus.
We don't
never-
thank
on
Jesus.
the
We don't.
stream.
We don't
really
thank Jesus
don't.
enough.
We just
we
never
don't-
acknowledge it.
We
so.
we should show everyone our pre-stream like prayer
Prayer.
circles.
Yeah.
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 Just say thank
Just
you
so
to
they're
them.
aware.
Do we?
Just,
do we-
hey, thanks, Jesus.
Yeah. I mean, do we believe in them?
On our
I don't know,
on
but-
our good Christian Twitch
Yeah.
stream, like, come on.
On my Christian Minecraft server?
I don't
Thank-
know, I just
like-
thought it'd be nice.
Just thank Jesus, Bob Tomato, and Larry the Cucumber when you get a chance, y'all.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they deserve our thanks.
they died for your salad.
We're all going to hell.
I'm fine with that.
Babe, it's gonna be really fun.
At least we'll all be there together. You too, chat. You're coming with us.
Sorry, chat.
We're
You're
just
going
gonna
to
all
hell.
live in side-by-side brownstones in the city of hell.
And by that we
Yeah.
mean we threw everything out, descent to Avernus. Here we go.
Here we go,
Yay!
surprise. We should do that one at some point.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Anyway, for real though.
Yeah.
You guys want to
Way to keep us in line, Dad.
Mhm.
Dungeons and Dragons?
Oh, sure, why not?
Yeah,
We're
let's do
here.
this. Yeah, let's do this.
I'm gonna try to mute myself when I'm coughing. Sorry, chat. I am still sick,
So,
but that's okay. Let's see.
Manifest healthy.
What
Oh yeah, music.
sort of music we got for this? I have no idea. Let's in here. Let's do something a little chill. A little chill. All right. So for both you guys and the folks at home, we are gonna pick up in basically the immediate aftermath of our last session, as we start a little interlude here. Law, Damian, and Sereia have seen off Willoughby Wanderfoot to go home and spend some time with his family. After all finding out that they had been gone not just the few weeks that it felt like in the Feywild domain of Prismere, but a few years, about 2.5 years, coming back to the day before they would be starting their 4th and final year at Strixhaven. So having missed a lot of friends and a lot of family and a lot of class, we are going to pick up with this. The sun casts a warm glow over Strixhaven University as you stand on the familiar grounds, feeling the crunch of autumn leaves beneath your feet. The anticipation of reuniting with friends and peers pulses through the air, tempered by the weight of your recent journey through the Feywild. The university towers rise against the sky, and the echoes of your footsteps seem to whisper tales of the time that has passed. As you make your way to Bow's End Tavern, you notice heads turning in your direction and puzzled glances from fellow students. The smell of familiar dishes wafts from down the path as the tavern comes into view, doors propped open to let in the afternoon breeze. Excuse me. You enter and quickly spot Rosie waving from a large table towards the back of the room, where a few of your classmates are already seated. Their faces are older, their hair and clothes different, some even carrying themselves differently than you remember. I'll tell you who's here. Greta, the stout iron-lifting dwarf, has cut her curly red hair into a neat pixie, and if possible, looks even more muscular than the last time you saw her. Grayson, young Strixhaven entrepreneur and Strixhaven star writer, has a silver streak running through his dark brown hair, and if you're not mistaken, has actually left the top button of his shirt undone. But he's at least not wearing a tie. Of that you can be certain. Cadorus and Quintilius sit next to each other, muttering into each other's ears and laughing. They look much the same, except for Cadorus's now shoulder-length blonde hair, and Quintilius's a bit more laid-back demeanor. Xanther still looks the part of head cheerleader, bright fire genasi eyes matching his unrelenting smile. However, unusually, for you all anyway, Sister Xena is not with him. And finally, down at the opposite end of the table, and the first to see Rosie wave in your direction, you see the bright reds and blues of Order and Fae, their arms intertwined as they discuss something with their cohort. And as they see you, Order's voice rings out above the din. Law? She says as she slowly stands, eyes locked on your group. And the rest of your classmates turn to look at you, their expressions a mixture of excitement, confusion, and concern. The room goes mostly quiet, and you can feel the unspoken questions hanging in the air. But before you can respond, you hear loud whooshing and crackling sounds from outside, followed by shouts of surprise. And as you turn toward the open doors to see what the fuss is about, you see Giselle.
Decked out, luxurious white linen dress, very, very fey in origin. Two dryads holding many, many pieces of luggage. Drop them off for her. She turns around, tips them very well, gives them both double cheek kisses, and sends them on their way. What's up, bitches? I'm back!
Damian runs outside, hugs Giselle. It's like, Giselle, you're back from the store.
Raven's also excited Giselle's back.
The store?
Yeah, that's what we all said. That's what they said, that you went off somewhere to go buy something and then you never came back. That's what I thought, at least. That's what I thought, that you went off to buy something and you were going to be back eventually.
We
but...
never said that to Damian. That wasn't that's.
Well, that was
Damian's
just in my head
imagination.
what I thought happened. But I figured you'd be back
Your
eventually.
head canon for why I was gone for several weeks?
Yeah, it was probably
that
something
I went
really
to the
important.
store and I didn't come back.
Yeah, it was something probably really important or something.
You thought I went out for a pack of smokes and then I never came back.
Well, not smokes. Maybe like, I don't know.
Did you not get the gear that I sent? I was sending stuff for you all to, like, kick hag ass. Did you not get it?
No,
Oh.
unless I have forgotten chunks of our campaign.
Faye,
No.
I'm going to kick your ass. You owe me. You owe me. Bitches.
Wait, did you come back here?
Well, not exactly. I've sort of been, well, I have a dominion now, so I've kind of been having to take care of that a little bit. So I've been back and forth a lot between like the Fey realm and the Western Misty Forest.
So, you're a duchess?
Yes. Oh, I'm so sorry. Hello. I am Her Grace, Duchess Giselle Arabella Minuet Wintersweet, the Duchess of the Western Misty Forest. Pleasure
Oh.
to see you all again.
Sorry, curtsies, and then hugs Giselle.
Hi.
How long did you think we were gone?
A couple of weeks? What do you...
Oh.
Oh no.
We were We were gone for like 2.5 years.
Here.
Yeah,
We were gone for 2.5 years here. A
Yeah.
couple weeks there.
we just got back like a couple of minutes ago.
I twitch.
Yeah, that was our reaction.
Yeah, that's the right one.
Yeah, that's sort of where we're at.
Oh shit.
And guess what? First day of school is tomorrow.
Of our maybe 4th year.
Oh, we're seniors? Yes.
Whoa.
I think we're going to have to think either we're seniors or we're now 2 years behind everyone else. I don't know the
Oh,
math on
fuck that! Oh my god, the amount of experience we've gotten? Oh, no.
That's my thought too.
I won't
but
stand
Yeah.
for it. No. We're
think
I
we're
seniors.
feel
gonna
like
have
if they
to-
made us take a practical exam, we could probably kill it.
Look. Okay, here's what we do. Everyone, take the night, write the best fucking essay you've ever written about everything you've done. And then we're gonna go to our advisors and we're gonna say, here's all of the things that I've done. We've saved the world, we've saved multiple realms, like multiple times now. We deserve the experience for that. That should count for many years of credits. And we did it all technically while it's 2.5 years here. We did it in a couple of weeks.
I mean, we do have Snicker Snack.
We do have proof.
We have a lot of proof that we did what we did.
Oh yeah, Law's got a massive vorpal great sword on their back right now. Snickersnack, will you be my witness?
Yeah, man. Don't worry about it.
We killed a dragon.
Thanks, dude.
You killed a dragon?
We killed a dragon.
I mean,
Whichever
I
one.
partied with a dragon, but
Oh, that
No.
sounds like more fun than what we did.
We
Yeah,
killed the Jabberwocky.
yeah, we did that. We killed 3 of the hags, and we freed an entire Fey realm. Oh, we put Zabilla back. She's back in power. She's pretty cool, actually.
oh, that's
Yeah.
great.
Little
She's
scary,
like-
but pretty nice.
Zybilla
Well-
was Tasha.
Mhm.
And
no,
gave me her
that's-
first edition copy of her book.
That makes sense.
Mhm.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. No, that
There's
all that
a-
plus, yeah.
There's a big party of people waiting for us, and they're all
Yeah,
just
we should
staring at us.
probably.
Oh shit! Hi y'all. Oh, you do look different. Okay, I love the hair. I love the hair. But holy shit, it's been 2 years. Hi.
Everybody's got their season 3 hairstyles now.
Yeah. We skipped season 2.
We didn't have a time skip, so we didn't get to do our updated uniforms yet.
Law will gravitate over towards Order and Thay as people.
Yeah, the thing Order is just she's like slowly stood up and she's just like staring at you.
Does everyone look older too? Like,
Yeah.
Are we okay? I'm just making sure. I guess those of them that age normally, any elves in the group probably look exactly that they did when we left.
Yeah, Kadoris looks exactly the same. Greta doesn't look any older necessarily. The humans will. Grayson, Quintilius, Xanthers of Fire Genasi, so they look a little bit older. A little taller, jawlines changing maybe a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Law just kind of tentatively, like approaching a wild animal, walks up to where Order is. It's like, hey.
She stares at you like really hard for a second. And then just kind of like pulls you into a hug.
Oh God, you got stronger.
And then lets go, kind of stands back and looks at you, and then just like right in the shoulder.
God.
Where have you been?
Oh boy, I feel like we're going to be telling this story a lot today.
That's why Rosie got everyone together.
Right. Well,
Explain.
so remember the carnival?
Yes, we remember the carnival.
That was like 3 weeks ago for us. We went into the House of Mirrors. We read a thing on a mirror. Damian touched the mirror. We touched the mirror to go after Damian. Ended up in a pocket of the Feywild called Prismere.
How do you
That's
always
what-
manage to do this?
I don't know. Cursed, maybe.
Just lucky, I guess.
Why is it
Maybe
always
when I
you?
lost-
It's always you.
If
Maybe-
it's any consolation, it was my fault. I am Damian.
I'm
I
starting
We
to think
went
that my left.
after you.
I'm starting to think that my left foot was my lucky foot, and I lost that. So
You have the rabbit in the phone. Oh, okay.
But there were some hags there. They had taken over the realm from a archfey named Zybilna, who turned out to be Tasha. That Tasha. We had
I'm
to-
sorry. I'm going to sit down.
Okay.
She like looks at all of the rest of you like.
Look, I think we're going to need drinks for this this whole epic tale. Can we get drinks for the table and maybe like a bunch of orders of French fries or something? Oh, those pepper sandwich. Okay, everyone gets a pepper sandwich. Everyone. I fucking miss those sandwiches. Can we get some, please? They're on me.
See, rolling his way behind the bar as he's been sort of hovering around, kind of listening, like very clear, like he's not trying to hide it, like very clear, like listening to what's going on. Tulk, the very large orc former gladiator who runs this place, now sort of wheels himself behind the bar and kind of busies himself with pouring drinks and making sandwiches and stuff, but just very, very clearly listening to what's happening. And then
I was
little
just
bit-
gonna open a tab.
yeah, a little bit later,
Tab for the table.
just hand over the card. Another student, clearly a younger woman, like long brown braid, kind of tan skin, pointed sort of elven ears. Younger than you, nobody you recognize. Brings over a big tray, big platter of the dragon pepper sandwiches and a round of drinks, and just kind of nods at you all awkwardly and walks away.
Damian is kind of like munching on his sandwich, like looking between people, because he's the new kid. So he's just being quiet, watching everyone like converse with each other while just chowing away on a sandwich. Doesn't realize that he ate 2 of the sandwiches that was ordered for the table in his nervousness.
There's a bunch of them. That's okay. Yeah, so you guys settle in. You have food, you have drinks, and then sort of all at once, everybody just kind of looks at you expectantly. From across the table, Quintilius just kind of like leans on his elbows. Well,
And we tell them everything.
you tell them everything.
Cut to, can we insert a link here to the first episode of
Yeah, to
last
the playlist.
season? It's in the playlist, and then everybody can just watch. It will insert that here,
Yeah,
and that pads us out for
go
a
watch
lot of
that.
time.
Go watch that
And
one.
then come
That's
back,
how you,
come,
yeah.
come back to us. We're gonna eat a snack. Have fun. No, is there anything that you leave out?
I don't really think there is.
I don't think there's much that we would.
We hit all the
want.
high points for sure.
Yeah, you know the high points. Traveling through Prismere, the Hourglass Coven, Zybilna,
Meeting a unicorn,
Building
Several
armies.
unicorns.
walking treehouse.
Building an army of robots.
building an army of
Yeah.
robots, the Jabberwock, obviously.
Yeah.
The
Getting
League of
scared by pranking
Malevolence.
skulls.
I
on a
let
bridge.
Snickersnack tell that part of the story about killing the dragon, because I know Snickersnack would be super.
It takes
was-
25 minutes.
Really didn't feel that long, but they're kind of, over exaggerating some things, but that was pretty accurate.
Yeah, and you, for the purposes of this, you fill everybody in. You also fill Giselle in. You guys, after she left, made your way to the Palace of Heart's Desire and had adventures there. Killed a dragon, made friends with a giant owl. To have some
Did a little
tentative-
beanie.
Yeah, beanie take. Have a pretty decent relationship with Savilna /
We're besties now.
Tasha. The high points. You didn't die. You killed Bavlorna and Scaptha for good. Endolin may or may not have gotten away.
Where did we say that she was last time? What was the
Gehenna.
plane? Gehenna.
I think we didn't mention that they're at Gehenna. We just let them know that, one of them got away because of some weird prophecy. But
If you see any puppets, kill them.
yeah, really creepy puppets.
I think that was a given for most of us at this point, though. So
Yeah.
puppets are creepy.
Yeah.
Puppets are shoot on sight.
So you fill everybody in, made it back alive, all that good stuff, and then I think the energy eventually turns to Giselle, who has clearly been up to her own shit for the past couple of weeks. So everybody kind of looks at you expectantly, like, okay, is there more to this, or?
We're among friends, so you can still just call me Giselle, but my full title is Your Grace, Duchess Giselle, Arabella Minuet, Wintersweet, the Duchess of the Western Misty Forests. It's wonderful to see you. So, once we get this whole, we technically still are seniors, even though we've been gone, but we saved the world and did all this really cool stuff while we were thinking we were only gone for a couple of weeks, but we were actually gone for several years. Once that's all sorted out, I'm not worried about it. I have the perfect place to take all of you for a start of the year party. I cannot wait to show all of you. It's pretty amazing. And I've been hosting exchange students from the Fey Realms in the Misty Forests. So we shuffle them back and forth. I have this really amazing portal, you guys. It's gonna be really handy, I promise you. But yeah, I also thought, Filion, what the fuck is she? That I was sending you all things, but apparently Dryads, being tricksy like they are, were just stealing my shit. So, sorry about that.
Hey Giselle, how long were you gone after you disappeared? How long was it for you after that?
It was only a couple of weeks. I thought, at least.
So it was longer for you, because I think how long was it for us? Because I feel like it was only a couple of days for us after Giselle left.
It was maybe 3 days.
Maybe 3 days. Okay.
Well, I was going back and forth in between, so I guess
Maybe.
couple of weeks back and forth.
I mean, still, that's really impressive that, you did all that in a couple of weeks.
Well, yeah. I mean, who are you talking to? Come on.
True, yeah.
Okay, I have to be really honest though, having a title has been really helpful. It's really got through a lot of red tape and shit, so,
The mathematical equations of time differentials in the different Fey realms,
do not think about it too hard.
Always immediately going into it's just text scrawl in their head right now,
It looks like the
slowly
Matrix.
positing the theory of relativity.
Look, once I had the portal, I went back and forth. At least myself went back and forth at least 14 or 15 times in that time. They were short bursts though, because I was just welcoming people back and then being in one place and then coming back. So you do not want to do this equation. That will just take up all of your time.
You'll melt.
Don't do it.
So everyone else at the table is sort of sitting here looking at you all like you're fucking insane.
Yeah, so what happened the last 2 years here? Did Murder Death Grundle Snap come back, or?
I think everyone is sort of looking at each other, and finally, like, Rosie speaks up because she's the one that put this together. No. No, we just kind of... I mean, we just kind of lived.
So there was.
We're the problem.
We're the problem.
We are the problem.
Oh.
Well, I mean, that's not new. Sorry. That was supposed to be funny.
No, it's fair. We keep getting into trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess we could tell you what we got going on, but it doesn't really sound that interesting or exciting.
What do you
trust
mean?
me.
No, we want to know.
We missed like 2.5 years of college. We want to hear everything.
And honestly, school stuff is kind of a welcome break from everything we've been dealing with like, killing witches and...
Yeah, we just leave on the ground for like weeks.
Yeah,
Do you
that's
even
rough.
know how exhausting the inner workings of Fey courts are? Like, oh, I need a break.
And a lot of sleeping on the ground.
A lot of
Like,
sleep.
a
We got to sleep
lot
in
of
our
sleeping in
first
the
bed
ground.
in months, like yesterday.
Was it
Who won
weird?
the sports every year?
Oh, I mean, we just kind of like looks over at Greta. I mean, with you guys gone, it was pretty easy to sweep everything.
Oh.
I mean, you guys were pretty much like everybody's major competition that first year, so...
Oh.
Well,
Yeah, so good for us, I guess. Her and Greta do like an air high five down the table.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, we just been... I mean, we spent the last couple of weeks of last year putting everything together for, like, the thesis projects for this year and capstones and everything. So, we all got that in the works.
What are your capstones?
Oh, I mean, I don't think you want to hear me list off a bunch of papers and projects we're gonna do.
We've missed you all. Of course, we want to hear about
If
it.
that's what's going on in your lives, we want to hear about it.
I just got here. I want to meet these new people.
Damian, you know us.
I was only here for a week, Rosie. Come on. You're the only friend I made outside of this group.
Okay. That's fine. I'll humor you. Well, I mean, a bunch of folks graduated.
yeah.
Like Mina and Javanish, and who else was right above us? They were second years when you guys left. There was McTalk, Nora, all graduated. Jazz graduated. Oh yeah, Xena left early. She's pro now.
Oh, wow.
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 Yeah, so that's pretty rad. Yeah, I don't know. Everybody else has kind of got some stuff going on. They made me president of the LARP guild, which is cool.
Congratulations!
Oh, that's great.
Xanther's captain of the cheer squad now.
Oh,
Of
congrats.
course.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We got lots of stuff going on.
Can I do an insight check to see if our friends just feel awkward that we're back, or if they hate
Yeah.
us right now?
Like,
Sure.
did they want us gone?
Like,
Like,
is
are
this
they
bad for them?
happier that we were gone?
Should we go back?
Should we go?
Should we just leave?
Are we the baddies?
Are you?
Are we ruining their senior year by coming back? With our drama.
Uh, can I talk to you guys for a second?
Yeah.
Sure.
I feel like an asshole being back here. Is it just me?
No, I get that too. It feels like things went smoother
Better?
while we were gone.
I'm glad it's not just me. I thought I was just picking up on a vibe from a different table or something.
No. I
Because
think...
those two are on a first date. She like points across the room at like a very awkward couple.
Oh, but they touched her hand. Oh, that's sweet. No, I'm getting distracted. But really, are we like the energy vampires? Like, are we like not? Are we that friends? Are we those friends? Have we become those friends?
You know,
It's not like we purposefully got into any of the shit that we got into.
Mm-hmm.
but the odds of stuff happening bad
Around us.
is kind of high.
Well, okay. So we had freshman year would have been bad whether we were here or not. There was a murderous frog on campus that was trying to control the student body. That would have happened regardless.
Yeah, but
And then we just got sucked away for 2 years. Like, if we had been here, who knows? We might have had like a completely normal 2 years of school.
maybe.
But I feel like the end result is still shit happened like it happened. And now everyone is pretending like they're happy we're back.
And I think what we need to do is just focus on being the most normal students we can possibly be. No shenanigans, no adventures, just school and being chill with our friends.
What about one shenanigan?
No, because we're gonna get a shenanigan by default. We need to shoot for no shenanigans, and then 1 or 2 pop up, and then we're good. But we need to shoot for no intentional shenanigans.
Okay.
So be normal. Someone's
Okay.
gonna have to make me a list.
Okay.
Then maybe we cut this short and let these people who are obviously feeling very awkward in our presence have the rest of their day, and then maybe we go figure out our school stuff.
You know what? Yeah, we can do that, and we can see how the first day of school goes.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, we'll meet back up and.
Yeah, I think we need to figure out the school thing really quickly because we're probably not even registered for this semester right now.
Yep.
And we've probably got like 2 years of tuition back due right now.
Oh, I've got that covered. For all of you, don't worry about it.
Oh, you got money like that.
I'm rich, bitches! We're good! Do you know how much, like, rich-ass Fey people pay for their, like, teenagers to come and have a broad experience on the material plane? It's ridiculous. No, we're good. Don't worry about it.
I'm not going to take your money, Giselle. We'll figure it out. We'll see what the thing is. Like, we'll figure it out.
Why wouldn't you take my money?
Well, because
It's just sitting there. What else am I supposed to do with it?
Giselle,
Ma'am?
don't try.
Don't try what?
I already was like, don't worry about tuition or money. And
Oh, this is a stubborn bullshit thing. Oh, okay, I got it. No, that's okay, law. That's fine. You do not have to take my money. Okay.
From over at the table, you hear Kadoris, who's kind of looking over at you guys like, you guys are doing that thing again.
yeah, we're making everything about this. Hi.
yeah,
you-
sorry.
Where you sort of
we were
stop a conversation in the middle and go have a huddle sort of on the other side of the room, and then
With
it
no-
just devolves into you all bickering about something, and then we can all hear what's going on. So we just have to sit here awkwardly.
No shenanigans.
was-
No shenanigans. No more huddles. No more.
Can I make an
shenanigans, no
insight
more
check
huddles.
to see if we're actually like in an RPG video game where the NPCs can't converse unless we're nearby?
You can
Is that-
make whatever checks you want. Currently,
It does
Um,
make
okay.
sense. We were having a
Kadoris-
whole conversation that was around us, and then
Yeah.
we were like,
No, it's
"Okay,
fine.
we're going over here."
Just-
and
No, I
then we
love it.
started
I
having
love
a
it.
loud argument.
I fucking
Kadoris
love
just
it.
kind of like awkwardly looks at everybody at the table, like, "Sorry, it was
No, you're right.
It's kinda
You're
weird.
right.
You're absolutely right. Thank you for calling us on it. We needed to hear it.
All right.
So, like, do you guys want to know what we've been up to and are working on? Or do you have other things to?
No, we
No, we
do.
want to hear
Yeah, we
everything
got
you've
time.
been up to.
No.
They all kind of look
Sits
at
down at
you
the
like,
We all
table.
sit down.
We're going
Sereia
to.
passes out shots.
Okay. It's like 1 PM.
Who cares?
Is that the shenanigan? I think that might be a
This
shenanigan.
is a hijinks. No, we're getting
Nah.
drunk way too early. This is way too much for hijinks. We have to keep it cool. Damian
Um,
passes back to us. No, thank you. I am driving. winks at Sereia.
Yeah. So if you guys want, you can sit with your friends. I think you have something to eat. You know, you have some afternoon beers or whatever, and I think the atmosphere starts to loosen up a little bit. It's weird. It's weird because they haven't seen you in 2.5 years, and most of them assumed you were dead at this point, and it's only been, a few weeks for you guys. But yeah, your friends have had a lot going on. They've all got their final thesis projects figured out, which I can give you a rundown sort of what everybody's
Yes.
been doing.
Yes, please.
Let's see, I have my little list here of the people you
Friend
interact with the most.
download. This is how every get together with friends when you are in your 30s goes. Jesus,
Yep.
we haven't seen each other in months. Please give
Give me
me
the list.
everything you've done in the past 3 months. Go.
Then when
Go
you
now.
turn 40, the list becomes shorter. It's like, look, I'm just living.
Just living.
I wake up, I'm still alive, I go to sleep.
Yeah, so the second years, or the ones that were second years that you had interacted with the most, that's Mina, Nora, Urzmaktok, Javnish, Drazimir, the the guy that he looked like a big water buffalo. You guys remember him?
Oh, yeah,
Super
yeah.
smart, little glasses.
Water
Mhm.
bottle.
Yeah.
They've all since graduated. They graduated at the end of the year last year. Have gone on to other things. Xena, Xanther's twin, who was part of the dance team, has since signed a deal, signed a contract with a studio and a troupe, and is performing professionally. So she didn't actually graduate. And then everybody that was first years with you, Xanther, still here, still on the gymnastics team, captain of the cheer squad, looks very much the same. Sort of big, happy fire genasi. Just happy to be here. He's still in the Prismari College, is writing a thesis called Team Spirit, Motivation as Magic. What that means, I don't think you guys are even sure that he knows. But he's trying
pretty.
his best.
That's why it's a thesis. You figure it out as you write it.
But he's figuring it out. Let's see. Let's do the unattached people first here. Rosie, still Rosie, very energetic. Has taken, had finally stepped down from refereeing Mage Tower and Silk Ball and things like that, because she was voted in as president of the Live Action Role Playing Guild. So she's been running that, and she is working on a thesis. Did I title all of these projects? Yes. Is that what I should have spent my time on? No.
Yes.
Yes.
But I did. Rosie,
Flavor text is important.
sticking through with Lorehold, the final thesis she is writing and what she wants to go into. Yes, it was. Okay, well, thanks, chat. Also, I appreciate it. Final thesis: gamifying healing, role-playing games as therapeutic praxis. Is what Rosie is working on. Let's see, Greta. Still part of the Iron Lifters Society. Still sticking it out in Lorehold with Rosie. The paper she is currently working on is titled Muscle Memory, Lifting Up, Healing, and Restoration Magic.
These are good titles.
These are very good.
I went to grad school, and something good is finally coming out of it. Grayson has a lot going on, as is usual for him. He seems to have relaxed a little
Got
bit.
senioritis.
He's more. No, he doesn't have senioritis. He would never. But he has a little bit of like a quiet confidence that like wasn't there before. He is busy because he is both president of the Future Entrepreneurs of Strixhaven and the student editor-in-chief of the Strixhaven Star, which he was writing for before. He fills you in a little bit. Him and Mina started seeing each other last year and are now sort of doing a long-distance thing since she graduated because they met via the newspaper. And he feels pretty good about that. The project that he is working on, and actually has been working on, that he's also turning into his capstone, is actually the launch of a new campus organization called the Strixhaven Student Support Network, which he's outlining as a charitable organization providing struggling students with the resources they need to live and study in comfort and safety. And also because he's rich and has the money to put into it.
I did.
It's amazing.
Yeah, if I'll remind you guys, a million years ago, Grayson was the one that has a bunch of family money and was like secretly buying textbooks for people who couldn't afford them.
I'm going to go slip a gigantic bag of gold into Grayson's pocket and be like, put it to good use, buddy,
Make a
please.
donation.
Please. I'm making a donation.
Same.
Anonymously. Anonymously.
Anonymous donations from.
Take it, please.
Order and Thay are here still together. So they've been together for the better part of 3 years.
You're about to get an in-law there, law.
Order joined the Dragon's Guard Historical Society and is working on her final thesis. Again, sticking it out in Lorehold College. Hers is titled By Any Means Necessary, The History and Ethics of Charming Magic in Kaladeshi Warfare.
I want to read that one. Oh, yeah.
And then Thay, still in Quandrix, making her way through, actually joined last year the Future Entrepreneurs of Strixhaven, with the idea of getting some business experience and acumen and eventually opening her own shop. Her Quandrix final thesis is titled The Dose Makes the Poison, Practical Applications of Common Kaladeshi Phytotoxins. And last but certainly not least, the boys.
The boys!
Cadorus and Quintilius, again, sitting together. Let's get here.
Are we getting like a became besties vibe, or
more than
more than besties vibe?
Roll
I want
an
an inside check. I want an inside check. I want to inside check this.
Not great.
I got a 17.
Only a 14.
19.
Oops, I hit the wrong one. Ignore that
It's
one.
the second best I can roll.
Very good.
I got a 9. Soraya knows nothing.
Law? Something's up. That relationship is different than where you left it. Hard to say. That's what you get. Quintilius is now the president of the Play Actors Drama Guild, and is also putting together a project. His final thesis is called the Strixhaven Spectacle, and he is using essentially his family's clout to bring together a bunch of important people from the different arts communities to see a showcase that he's going to put on the Rose stage for all of the Strixhaven students who do any kind of like arts. It's essentially like Scout Day.
That's
for art.
awesome.
Very cool. Paul kind of pauses on that a little bit, like, I'm going to lock that away for later.
He's very excited about it. And Kadoris, chill and happy as always, is still members of his two favorite clubs, the Distinguished Society of Fine Arts and the Live Action Role Playing Guild. And Kadoris, I think, is the most different. He just seems like he's really, maybe even in just like the last year or so, like really dialed it in and sort of figured out
Coming to his own.
his strengths and weaknesses. He seems a lot more confident, and he's using bigger words than you remember, which I think is probably the most...
The dead giveaway that something's going on between those two.
But his final thesis, which he does talk to you guys a little bit about, is titled Where Art and Science Collide, the Strange Magic of Fractal Manipulation. And that's what everyone's been up to.
Very cool.
Wow, you guys got a lot of big projects going on.
Well, yeah, if we want to graduate on time. Speaking of which, are they gonna let you guys like come back
That's
to
our next step.
class? Or-
Yeah, we kind of have to go talk to the faculty and figure out what's...
Yeah.
This can't be the first time this has happened. I'm just going to say.
In
There
the
has to be
history
a
of this
precedent.
school.
I mean, technically it is the second time because it happened to me already. So, but I was lucky that it happened at the very beginning of the year.
There you go.
There's got to be a precedent for this. I'm sure they'll find a way to let us like make it up.
Yeah, maybe some extra credit or something.
But I guess we should probably get on that because semester
Right.
starts tomorrow. So if we're going to want to be registered...
But we
Yeah.
wanted to see you guys first and catch up
Yeah.
since we kind of disappeared mid-carnival.
Yeah, Kadoris pipes up. It really is good to see you all.
We're glad we're back.
See all of you too.
Yeah.
So we...
You've all gotten so, like, mature.
I think everybody kind of laughs at that, at least a little bit. And from the end of the table, Order says, "Well, that's what happens when you don't hear from someone for 2.5 years. People change, I don't think anyone has changed that much." Just kind of looking around at everybody.
Yeah, there's a difference between being there every day and seeing the gradual changes and appearing back when you thought it was a month and it was 2.5 years and seeing it all at once.
Yeah, are you guys
Uh-huh.
like okay?
No, I don't think so. But I mean, when does that stop us?
It's a weird feeling. I mean, it's gonna be weird getting back to normal after what we've been through.
I'm just kind of waiting for it to hit me, to be honest.
Yeah, I haven't really. I'm in problem-solving mode right now, so it's going to take a bit for me to actually understand the
I
gravity
don't
of
even
all
think
this.
I know what normal is. What is that?
I wouldn't know.
Well, we talked about it while we were waiting for you guys, but I mean, when Rosie told us what happened, we were all kind of freaked out. Um, but the most important thing to everybody is that you guys are okay. And we all agreed to, if you want to talk about what happened, we'll listen.
Thanks, guys.
Thank
Definitely.
you.
Or other stuff, I imagine you have a lot to be catching up on.
Yeah. Yeah, we might need some lowdowns on curriculum and stuff, but I guess we need to find out what the faculty wants us to do first.
Make sure they're going to let us back in, or
Yeah.
if they're going to make us start over. It would suck to not graduate with you guys, but if that's the only option, then I guess we'll be here.
Think about it this way. Do they really want us to start over and be here for another 4 years? Hells no, that's not happening. Do you not know the havoc that we would wreak on first years right now? No, they're gonna figure it out for us, believe me.
That does seem like it would be irresponsible.
Right? And they can't have that on their conscience, so I think it works out for everyone.
Yeah, it's true.
Only one way to find out. I need to go talk to, I guess we all go talk to our advisors,
Yeah.
right?
Should we go to the guidance counselor, the four of us first?
That makes sense. We kind of all have a similar problem.
And
Yeah.
see if she has any, I don't remember her name, but see if she has any insight as to what happens next before we go talk to our individual deans
Sure.
of colleges.
That's Professor Sharpbeak.
Sharp beak. Ooh ha ha.
Haha.
Right. Before we leave, I did want to chat with, say something in order real quick. So pulling her, so just, we probably should meet up and talk probably a bit more, the two of us. How's everything back home?
It's complicated. I haven't told Dad yet.
We're all just like assuming we were dead or
Well, I
missing
mean-
or
What else were we going to do? One day you were there, and then the next day weren't, and then 2.5 years passed.
yeah. I should probably call him, right?
If you call him, he's going to show up here.
If I wait, it's going to be worse.
Yes.
Okay. We're gonna go talk to Sharpbeak, and I'll do that right after.
Good luck.
Thanks. I'm glad you're doing well.
Thanks.
Can't believe you're the older twin now.
Oh, actions have consequences.
I'm blaming Damian.
I'll remind you, Sereia read the thing that opened the portal.
But Damian touched it. All right. I'll talk with you later.
Yeah, definitely.
Bye, Tay.
She just looks at you.
All right. I'll catch up with the others.
Anybody else here you guys want to talk to before? No? Okay.
It's literally been
yeah.
too long since we've encountered these characters as players, and also been so long in game that I think awkwardness is probably just settled in. Like
Yeah.
group hang, cool. Individual hangs, we might have to ease back into that. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sarai probably makes eye contact with Xanther and is just like, you know what? Nope. We're not doing this yet.
Nope. Okay, so the four of you are gonna go.
Yeah, it's just a weird in between. Like for anybody else, they were like our college friends from 2 years ago, our college
That
fling
we
from 2
thought
years
were
ago.
dead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dead or
And-
missing, you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like it's a long time. We go to Sharpbeak's office.
Okay, yeah, you head over to the office of Professor Mavinda Sharpbeak. The door is propped open. Kind of knock politely, I imagine.
On the door frame.
She, just again a pretty tall Owlin woman. She wears a collared shirt, sort of the like uniform for most professors. Collar shirt, tie, jacket, large glasses are perched on her beak with a chain running around the back of her neck. And she says, "Yes, come in, come in."
I
Oh,
We're alive.
Hello.
Hi.
I had heard whispers of something happening on campus. Oh my goodness. I don't even know where to start.
Yeah, that's kind of that's the vibe of the day.
Come
Which
in,
day
come in.
carnival?
Sit down, sit down.
Shuts the door.
Yeah.
So
She
Witchlight
starts to make
Carnival
some
went through a
tea.
portal. Ended up in the
Alright.
Feywild. That's where we've been.
The Feywild, oh dear. Ah, well, that explains the gap. Oh my.
We were gone for a couple weeks, our time. And it took us a while to find somebody who could send us back. We had to do a lot of problem solving along the way.
Right.
But we're back. And it's been 2.5 years. And we kind of don't know where to start to get back into school, or if that's even an option, or
Of course, of course. Well, we did a bit ago have a bit of a discussion amongst us, the faculty, sort of trying to figure out what was going on, where you went, what happened. Oh dear. Well, I suppose we'll have to notify your families that you are indeed returned to us.
Could we do that?
yeah, can we handle that?
Yes, all right. Strictly speaking, I should be involved in the process. But of course, you'll want to make those calls yourselves. Goodness me. Well, I'm glad to see you're all right.
Oh yeah, we're fine. We're just, wondering what should we do next.
Right. She pours you all some tea. So I imagine you've spoken to your classmates. How was that?
Awkward.
Yeah,
uncomfortable.
Well,
very.
Weird.
that's all right. People have very different reactions to, well, grief, really. But I am sure they're all happy to see you safe. So give that some time. And I'm sure that'll be all right. School, yes. You show back up and ask immediately about getting back into classes. You are very different people than when you left, aren't you?
Well,
We
we're sort
kind
of
of
in
need
this.
some normal, I
Yeah,
think.
we're kind of on a no hijinks and shenanigans mindset
also-
right now.
I see.
Really
Turned
don't
over a
want to
new
get
leaf.
left behind, you know.
Of course. You're all sure you want to go back to class?
We at least want the option to finish with our classmates, even if that doesn't mean going back to class, if it's extracurricular stuff or practical exams to show that we've learned a lot.
Professor
While
Sharpbeak, I would say,
You said
I
my
may.
name correctly.
you know that I'm very serious then. If I may make a quick presentation on behalf of myself and my fellow Fey lost comrades here, I would say that in the realm of academics, we are not only all right, we are, in fact, practically speaking, thriving. And here is why. And Giselle will minor illusion a PowerPoint presentation and go through step by step how much we've learned, all the things that they did. Next slide, please. Thank you. And just go through everything and ask if we can at least count the majority of our adventures as practical credits.
Professor Sharpbeak watches your presentation with enthusiasm. Well, strictly speaking, it's not just up to me. That being said, there is, well, I suppose you could call it precedent. This exact scenario has never happened, but we have had students miss semesters, years of school for a variety of things, family illness, all sorts of reasons, and I tell you what, give me just a moment. Let me call down to your advisors, and perhaps we'll have a meeting. But I've got an idea. Yes, one moment. Who were your advisors when you
I
were
know
there?
this.
I was in Prismari.
Who was your advisor?
I don't remember.
Mine was Scrim Matt.
Yeah, yours
Yeah,
is Scrimmet.
mine was Scrimmet also.
Scrimmet.
My dean was either Valentin, Dean of the Vein, or Lisette, Dean of the Root. I think Lisette was actually what we decided her advisor was,
I think so.
but Valentin was the one that Winna knew, and is why she joined, like, their old
Yeah.
friends or something.
I think the dean's probably not gonna get involved, because I know the last Witherbloom professor that you guys were like,
Was Tavash, right?
well, it was Verelda Lang,
Oh, Veralda Lang.
the
I'm looking at them all now.
dryad lady
Yeah.
who you guys went to about all the frog stuff. So we'll pull her in. I think maybe Valentin would send her to sort of handle this. So we'll get her in here. We'll get Scrimmet in here. Who's the
Sitting
frickin'...
around awkwardly drinking tea, waiting for them to
Just
leave their
waiting.
classes.
Who would have been? I don't have a Prismari professor on here.
I don't think we met one.
Yeah, I don't think we did
Uh,
exactly.
None of us are any of us in Prismari.
Yeah,
Yeah,
technically
Giselle-
Giselle
Oh, you're right.
has been
Yeah.
this entire time.
But just, I don't have
Well,
Giselle actually been to her
there's
advisor. Is the
Veyron,
question?
voice of duality, Zephi, thunder conductor, or Arkan Menexus, peppy instructor that
I-
teaches choreography and dance ensembles. I'm sorry, that's
I
so
don't
cute.
know.
I'm so sad we didn't meet him. He sounds fun.
Giselle, who do you want to be your
Oh, the dance guy sounds great.
dance guy? Dang it! I gotta pull all this up.
Or whoever you have handy, because it's not like she's seen them in
Yeah,
3
right?
fucking
Whoever you feel
years.
like playing.
whoever strikes your fancy.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be Professor Sharpbeak. There's also
Yes, done.
Mm.
Cool. It's
there's
been sharp.
also Jack Danson,
Jack Danson.
the
I
werebear.
forgot about the werebear.
He's Witherbloom, though.
Yeah, no. Sharkbeak then.
Yeah,
Waha.
technically, Professor Sharpbeak is a Silver Quill professor, but Giselle was also taking Silver Quill classes, I think,
She was.
as far as I am aware. So, okay.
Yes.
We'll just... There we go. That's one less person I have to think about.
Beautiful.
I must have given you an advisor, like, literal years ago.
I think
well.
I think Giselle got her advisor and pretty much took it upon herself. Like, nope, I'll be my own advisor.
Damn it. That...
Did
I
Giselle
will
even
be
graduate first
representing
year?
myself. Yes!
Wells advisor. Okay, everyone's got an advisor now. So we'll...
Oh, I forgot
we'll-
about the treant. That's fun. Sorry, I'm like reading through all the Willowbloom things again.
There's so many things.
There's so many things.
Yeah, so we've got Professor Sharpbeak. She's going to summon Professor Lang from Witherbloom and good old Professor Scrimmett from Quandrix. And yeah, so a few minutes later, you guys have tea. She kind of leaves you to your conversation while she goes to get some other professors involved in this.
Did you like the graphic of the Jabberwocky? I just went off of what you all said, so I don't know if that's what it
I
actually
think you
looked
missed the
like, but
googly eyes.
Yeah, you
but
missed the
other than
googly
that,
eyes,
it
but
was
you're spot on.
perfect.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was
cool.
it was terrifyingly accurate.
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
I thought that Snicker Snack was gonna start urging us to kill it on the PowerPoint.
There was a moment, yeah. I
was accurate.
was really trying to keep it under control.
At least it was accurate. If I'd had more time, I could have gotten more, animatics going, but we do best with what we have, so,
A few minutes later, Professor Sharpbeak returns. Professor Lang and Professor Scrimmett in tow, as a reminder. So you've got your wonderful Alan guidance counselor. Professor Lang is a very tall, sort of older dryad woman with lots of like twisted branches sort of forming her hair. And you guys know about Scrimmett. You guys know about him. I don't feel like I have to explain him.
You don't know, Screw
You don't need to.
Everyone knows Scrimmett.
Old ass party dwarf. He shows up in a Hawaiian shirt and jeans and Birkenstocks and sunglasses
Everybody's grandpa.
with a walking
Hey, Grandpa.
stick. He busts up into Professor Sharpbeak's office. Well, it's about fucking time.
Hey, Grandpa.
Professor Scrimmett. Professor Lang is like, Nix, please, do we have to? He's like, just ignoring her, busts in, sort of gives you all a big group hug, pats you guys on the back.
Grimmix!
Grandpa. Yay.
Well, glad to see you're not dead. Where's the small one?
Oh, Willoughby went back home because of the time they missed. They want to catch up with their family.
Oh, all right. I see. Well, not everybody can live to be 963 years old. That's a good use of time. Well, so Sharpbeak tells us you want to come back to school.
We would like to finish our education.
Yeah.
He pulls up a chair, sits in it, pulls up a second chair, and Professor Lang, very tall and graceful, and very clearly just trying to keep a straight face.
I imagine every faculty member like hates being in a meeting with Scrimmett because Scrimmett is probably like steals the show. Like it's basically just like, well, Scrimmett's here. I'm just gonna let them handle it at this point.
Maybe. Professor Lang has a lot of patience. You guys know this. She helped you out with the Murgaxor stuff and didn't want to murder you by the end of it. Maybe. She, very tall, gracefully, just kind of like holding back a smile, like sits down. So, Mavinda has given us sort of a general idea of where you've been, what you've been through. I won't make you rehash the entire story again. I'm sure you're going to have to do that many more times
Puts
today.
the presentation clicker down. Okay, we're good.
And, oh, did you?
I showed it to Professor Sharkbeak, but I do have a presentation if necessary.
Oh, I would hate for that work to go to waste.
All right, we go through the PowerPoint again.
Giselle does her PowerPoint again. Professors Lang and Scrimmett listen politely, because they have to. It's their job. And when they're done, when you're done, they think.
She added the googly eyes.
Oh, good. Okay, yeah. This is the version 2.0.
Mm-hmm.
They sort of sit back, and Scrimmett just kind of looks at all you guys. Well, I'll be damned. That's quite a lot.
Yeah,
Glad you're all
And-
okay.
yeah. And because of that, well, we feel that we deserve credits for being big, brave adventurers and having a lot of workplace experience.
On the job experience.
Mm-hmm.
From behind her desk, Professor Sharpbeak kind of looks to Professors Lang and Scrimmett. They clearly on the way back were like talking about this so they could all get on the same page. But from behind her desk, Professor Sharpbeak looks at the other two and says, well, we, like I said before, there is some precedence for students returning after a long period of time to Strixhaven to finish their education. So, obviously, you completed your first year successfully, and that is still on your records. It's the intervening semesters. Your first semester. Excuse me, not your first year. There's intervening semesters that are going to cause problems. So, we have sort of what we call a compromise for this kind of thing. It's tentatively sort of working as an independent study program. While you clearly gathered a lot of experience from your adventures in this Prismere, this Fey realm, because it was not sanctioned by the school, we do have to take that into account. But I think we have a fix for this, if you're willing to hear me out.
Of course.
So, because these activities are not sanctioned by the school, we'll have to have some actually fully sanctioned exams or projects or something like that to sort of show officially the experience you've gained while out. And Verelda actually had a thought about that, and something that she thought might interest you if you're wanting to continue to work as a group for this particular part of your education.
No, I'm just kidding. Yes.
But
Come
no,
on!
Oh, we're sick of each other now.
Mic drop!
Bye.
Bye.
sick of you fucks. She looks at Professor Lang. Yes. Well, we're discussing it amongst us and Professor Scrimmett, who knows you quite well at this point. We thought you'd rather have something more, well, hands-on than, say, sitting for a few days of exams. Is that the case?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean,
Certainly.
I didn't want
Yeah.
to sound so eager, but yes.
Right. So, the compromise being this. We will allow you to begin tomorrow with your 4th year status intact. You will attend... not necessarily attend classes in the traditional way, because most of these classes are going to cover, well, things you might actually already know how to do at this point. So, during this final year, you will take on 2 projects, one for each semester. Hands-on, independent study, working with the archivists in the Biblioplex who know much more about these, well, frankly, quests that they want to send you on, if there's a word for it. Working with them, 1 project per semester. While you're working on these projects, you will still attend exams. Midterm exam, final exam. Illusorily, if you are not able to make it back to campus for them, but complete these projects, pass your exams, graduate at the end of
Just
the year.
seeing us stuck in a cave after a horrible fight, being like, fuck, it's midterms, okay. Set up the Zoom, you guys, here we go.
So,
Just pulls out a little laptop. We're just taking
gotta
turns.
do what you
This
gotta
is
do.
everything. This is
Just
everything I wanted.
blow, like just covered in soot, hair out to here, bleeding.
Eyebrow singed off.
Just at least do minor illusion on our faces alone, you know.
Yeah.
Can we
Yes,
add a special action in combat to do flashcards?
Studying while in combat.
Well, I have something
I'd like
for
to
this.
I'd like to use my bonus action to study my flashcards.
So here's the above table rundown. Independent study. This is what I have invented based on what you guys wanted to do. So you'll be allowed to start school with your 4th year status intact. 2 quests, 1 first semester, 1 second semester. How long they take is how long they take. And then we can either make up some fun stuff to do for the rest of the school year, we can time jump straight through it. Have no idea how long these little adventures are actually going to take you in real time. But 1 per semester. So, and I'll give you the rundown of what those are going to be in a minute. But in addition to these 2 adventures that they're going to send you on, essentially, you have to keep up with your exams, which they will let you remote in via illusion magic for. There are 4 exams total, midterm and final each semester. So passing your exams and doing these 2 things for the university will allow you to graduate on time.
I feel like this is
Feels
more
fair.
than fair.
This is, yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
Well, all right then.
A couple negotiables, like, getting to keep the loot on these adventures that is not specifically tied to the things that we are meant to do or recover.
The school is not necessarily going to govern your behavior as an adventuring party, so
I'll even allow for at least 20% of that to go to the lovely charity that has been set up.
One slightly unrelated question. Do we still have our rooms?
right. Well, we did have to pack up all your things.
Do you still have them?
Oh, of course.
How many
yes.
storage units did it take to put a lot of shit away?
They are being stored in one of the many pocket dimensions the school has. So, yeah, we can get your stuff. And I'm losing the voice because my throat is dying.
I'm assuming that all of the rooms and things that each of the colleges are probably accounted for. We
Yes.
like rent a house off campus.
We could just stay in the pub that crawls. There's plenty of room in there. And you'll be close to the bog.
We can work something out for you, obviously, if you need a place to stay. But if not, go for it.
I mean,
We're
I
adults.
do have my dominion.
I am not going back to the Feywild. I'm sorry.
No, it's not in the
that's not
Feywild. No. It's not in the Feywild. It's in the Misty Forests, which is on the material plane.
The Misty Forest is Faerun.
Oh.
Ah, okay. Faerun starts with a Fey, which sounds like Feywild. I'm still
no,
getting...
No, that's home.
No, it's okay.
I mean, it's a place to stay.
suspicious.
So,
I can get it set up after I fire Filion, but it'll be good to go.
I also think it might be nice to be closer to the other. I don't want to be too far away from the other students.
It's just a portal away.
Think about it.
Party house.
Well, I'll stay at the party house. Because, well, I don't know where else I would stay. But I'll stay at the party house. Plus, I don't think Grandpa wants me staying at his place. He'll cramp on his style. His words, not mine.
it's not that. It's just that they all only have one bedroom.
It's just that Grandpa, you always say, hey, after 5:30, that's my time. And, well, he told me to leave for hours. That gets kind of awkward.
But it is my time. You have your time. I have my time.
Party grandpa.
Listen, if you wanted to sleep on my couch, that's fine. I just figured you'd want to live somewhere where you had like a bedroom and stuff.
That's fair. I think I'm going to get my own place. But I will come and visit you all the time.
Great. Excellent.
Not past 5:30.
Not after 5:30, though. That's my time.
That's when his stories are on.
Right. Well, does that all sound good?
Sounds fair.
Okay. Well, then, I'll get you set up with one of the archivists for a meeting tomorrow, and they can give you the rundown on what they want you to do.
Okay.
For this purpose, we're still your advisors, but the archivist is going to be your kind of like a supervisor type thing.
Awesome.
Super advisor.
Super advisor.
Oh, you know him actually, Tom.
Tom. Oh, was Tom?
The one
Tom
Willoughby
was
was friends
the-
with.
Yeah, the robot with the
The clockwork archivist, yeah. Tom
Yeah.
Bodette.
Tom with that.
Bodette.
We'll leave the light on for you.
So yeah, Tom is gonna kind of, they know a lot more about exactly what they're gonna want you to do, so I'll let them handle that because it is 4:45. I have places to be.
That was just perfectly punctuated by.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. My family's already here. I'm sorry.
Bunch of cats just wailing outside the window. Jesus!
That's right. I'll be on time too. Don't worry.
All right, so that's how this is gonna work.
Yeah.
If that works for you guys,
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Love it.
2 adventures, 4 exams, you get to graduate on time.
Bam.
Are we still earning student dice?
Well, so I'm gonna bring back the exam rules from Strixhaven. So if you guys remember how those work, basically when it's exam time, there's 2 phases. There's studying. You can do things to give yourself advantages for the actual testing phase, and then you pass, fail, or ace, and you will get student die based on how well you do.
Do our student die from literally back in first year still apply?
Okay,
I'll have them
so
all on my sheet.
I do have them on my sheet. I still got my notes, bitches.
normally they go away at the end of every school year,
Okay, that seems fair.
Damn, that's
but
Seems fair.
no, that's totally fair. That's totally
That's
fair.
fair.
We've got
Yeah.
enough.
We've
We've
got enough
got
shit.
enough.
I literally have so many.
yeah.
And at this
so
point, all of our
the-
like ability check stuff is gonna be like crazy high.
yes,
so-
so
Okay,
your
anime,
student die
performances.
are gonna reset since you're starting a new school year. But
Clear
you
these
will
out.
have the opportunity to get some more, just as a fun little,
Little treat.
bonus.
I assume like
Treat.
because first semester it's not let me mess with the shit. First semester, like the checks and stuff for like an A was a 20, a B. Like, are the difficulties now that we're fourth year also going up on the checks? For the
It worked a little bit differently than I think you remember.
okay, I didn't remember exactly how.
So, do you guys want a rundown of
I'd
how it
love
worked?
to.
I
real
would
quick.
love one.
Sure.
Yes.
All right, we'll do that. I'll give you that real quick, and then we will take a break. So exams, the independent study stuff is pretty straightforward. That's where, hi chat. We're doing Candlekeep Mysteries. That's where the two Candlekeep Mysteries are going to come in. But so the way that exams work, there's the studying phase. So before the exam, you guys can decide whether or not you want to study. You make one ability check of your choice, whatever ability you want to roll. You just have to justify it. This is how I'm using it to study. If you succeed on the check during the studying phase, that gives you one free reroll to use during the testing phase. There are things you can do. I won't go through like all of them right now, and I'll send you guys the text of this as well because I don't know when the last time was I sent it to you. There are different things you can do to give yourself more advantages, like studying together, pulling an all-nighter, that kind of thing, that have their own sort of pros and cons. Or you can skip studying altogether. And then during the testing phase, you are going to make 2 ability checks that are going to correspond with the content of the exam. So it'll be whatever 2 ability checks I tell you to make, essentially. Any rerolls that you got from the studying phase, you can use on these rolls. Any natural abilities that would help, and any student die that you have from past exams. Obviously, for the first exam, you won't have any student die, but for the ones after that, you might. There's rules for cheating, just in case. But so you'll make those 2 checks for the test. If you fail both of the checks, you fail the test, then you get the consequences that go with that. If you pass 1 check, you pass the test. If you get 2 successes, you ace the test. Passing gives you 1 student die, acing gives you 2.
Okay.
But yes, Val, to answer your question, the DCs are higher because these are harder exams. But because of that, I have also upped the student die from a D4 to a D8.
Nice.
So they matter a little bit more. That's how that'll work.
Very cool.
And yeah, for the folks at home, those exam rules are pulled basically directly out of the Strixhaven book, with some little flair on my end to make them more fun for higher level stuff. Those are the rules. Do 2 adventures, pass 4 exams, you can graduate.
If we pass them.
If you pass them.
If we pass them.
We'll see.
We got this.
Let us go ahead and take our break. Let all that set in, internalize, simmer a little bit. We will be right back in a brief few minutes to finish up whatever scenes we have left for you guys and then get into a mystery. We'll see you soon. Wait. My mute's got off. There we go. Now everyone can hear me. Welcome back, internet. That hasn't happened to me in a long time. Thanks for hanging out with us during our break. We're gonna jump back in. We've sort of gotten a rundown of how this next year is going to work. If you have any other questions for your professors, now would be the time to ask them.
I think I'm good with professor stuff.
Okay.
Oh,
Is there a particular set of rules about hypothetically having a Is there a sanctioning process about having like a portal at the school? Like I know our evil dean like had one, but I know that was like unsanctioned. So I just Professor Sharpbeak, I would like to do this as professionally and correctly as possible.
Yes, there is an official process that we can go through. I can get the paperwork, the packet for you. Generally speaking, we give our fourth years a lot more freedom as far as where they want to reside. You're technically, I suppose, a little on the young side as far as our fourth year students go, but regardless. Yes, I think we can afford you that. Let me get you the paperwork.
Thank you. Do you need to see the portal or?
Yeah, there will be an inspection.
Because it's right here.
Process. Well, let's wait until we've put in the application
Okay.
and everything. And Professor Danson takes care of the inspections and everything. So she rustles around her desk, pulls out a file, pulls out a whole packet of papers, hands them to you. Fill those out when you can. Return them to me. We'll get that inspection done, and then everything should be fine.
Thank you.
Of course. Anything else I could do for any of you?
I think I'm good.
All right.
Thank you so much for your time and consideration, Professor.
Right. We'll get you all updated, let you know the subject matter that your exams are going to take on this year, and if that's all, head to the biblioplex tomorrow morning and speak with Tom and get all this going. All right. Well,
That's sort of the end of where I thought the conversation was over. Goodbye now.
right.
Thank you, Professor
Some
Sharpie.
things never change.
My
Thanks,
social
Professor.
awkwardness has kicked in and I need to leave the situation. Goodbye.
Right.
My brain is on other things already. I'm just like, okay, next step. Like past this step, we did this one. I have to do the next one, or I will
Goodbye
lose
now.
focus.
Damien is just worried about how he will fit in the social zeitgeist.
All right. And as you all worry about different things, you take your perpetually awkward selves out of Professor Sharpbeak's office. And Damian's family is now notified that he's alive, which is good. Sereia, you were going to send a message or a sending.
Yeah, I thought we determined like in the biblioplex or one of the student areas, there was like little like places where you could like send
Yes.
messages home or whatever.
Send-
Yeah,
like,
phone booths.
Yeah,
There's, like, sending
essentially,
phone booths,
essentially
yeah.
like phone booths. Yeah, there are several in the biblioplex that students have use of. They essentially function as being able to send like extended sending spells to.
Yeah. So
to
she's just gonna send one to Winna and also to her gran, but let's be honest, Winna knows all and knew that they were alive the whole time. So Gran probably wasn't too worried about her, but just
Yeah.
to be like, hey, we're back from our adventure. And we figured out how to finish our fourth year.
Woo!
Don't be mad.
Yeah, you a little bit later you do
Get my
receive.
degree, Mom.
I'm gonna do it. I'm not
I'm
a
gonna
screw
do
up.
it.
You do get messages back from both of them. A much longer one from your gran, who urges you to come home and or come to her estate as soon as you can. See her, catch up. She's so glad you're alive. All of that good stuff. Winna's just essentially says good.
Not surprised. She's a busy lady. She probably was checking in on us
Those are
with
good.
her
All right.
fancy things.
Moving on. One old
that's it.
person voice.
I love your old person voice.
Thanks. So that check, and then I got two left, two families left to notify. Law and Giselle. You
Yeah,
guys-
if Giselle's
how are you
gonna be
handling
popping,
that?
if Giselle's gonna be popping back, then I guess I'll just like take a ride to Kaladesh and
Yeah. Yeah, we can road trip it. It's gonna take like 2 seconds. 1 second though. I have to call my sister. She'll go to the sending phone booth. Call. Velve, bitch, I'm alive. I'm coming home. I'm bringing Law, but they probably have to go deal with their own stuff. So, but I'm coming. And I have money.
Do you guys hear
I love you.
bunch of shouting from the other end of the sending stone?
All right. You can tell me that in person. Stop. You're killing my ears. All right, okay. Bye. All right, let's go.
Yeah, so you guys can take an afternoon trip to Kaladesh if you would like.
Plane shift.
Ta-da!
and Wazam, we're there.
We're
And we're
here. I'm not
Shazam.
gonna narrate for the 1000th time you guys teleporting.
Teleporting
You know how to walk
somewhere.
through a portal and get there. You walk through a portal, you're there.
The
Congratulations.
teleport, it gets old. It gets old after a while. Yeah,
You know,
I get that.
it's old hat at this point.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll see you in a couple hours. Okay, bye. She's gone.
Yeah, I think,
she
yeah.
doesn't want her side of the street.
Yeah, Law will head to their family's estate.
Okay. Yeah, you guys split up, go home. Are there conversations that you guys want to play out specifically?
You can go first. I know you had you've got a conflict. You need
It
to have.
really just depends. Like honestly, it's how bad the vibe is.
Why don't you go first and I can be comic relief after either way, huh?
Yeah, I honestly am walking into this with absolutely no idea of like what to expect from Dad.
Yeah, so it's been quite some time since our last interlude. Val, why don't you give us a rundown of where Law left their relationships with their family?
Yeah, so Mom's dead. We obviously, I mean, I think things were good with Order. Just normal sibling stuff. But I think the last time we spoke with Dad was when we were visiting, and Law sort of told him that they were going to be pursuing the artificing path and going to Quandrix instead of Lorehold. I'm trying to remember. I mean, I feel like I did pretty well on some checks there, and like there was kind of like a begrudging acceptance of it.
He was it was basically as accepting as he could be. It's that tone of like, well, as long as you keep your grades up.
Yeah, I was like, keep
long
your
as you keep your
grades
grades
up,
up.
don't fuck it up, and we won't have a problem.
Pretty much.
And then I immediately fucked it up.
And then you left for 2.5 years.
And then they died.
Yeah, you guys remember you did that whole demonstration out in the yard?
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
So yeah, that's where this is gonna pick up.
Okay.
You make your way home.
Okay. I just, if everything's the same, just kind of walks in. I assume I still have my keys. I walk
Yep.
in through haven't changed the locks. I head in through the front door. Just. Dad?
Everything is basically the same. Looks pretty much the same. The only difference is that when you walk in, when you push the front door open, you hear like a little, like the chiming of a bell.
Like an actual bell, an arcane bell, or like an alarm spell.
Like I don't know, like the bell that rings when you open the door.
Okay.
I
Did they install a ring alarm system?
Pretty much.
Your home has actually become a Hallmark store in your absence, so
Yeah.
I apologize for that.
Listen, you pointed out the bell, so I'm interested in the bell
Yes,
now.
I'm pointing out the bell for its emotional weight, not for
Okay.
you to try to identify what spell it is. It's some kind of alarm spell that dings every time you open the door.
Hello?
About a moment later, in the quiet of the house, you hear footsteps like boots on stone coming from upstairs, and walking relatively quickly, coming around the corner and down the main staircase, you see your father.
Hi, Dad.
He looks at you, walks the rest of the way down the stairs. They're standing like 5 or so feet away. Well, it's about time.
Yeah. Um, Sorry I was gone for so long.
Where have you been?
We got trapped in a pocket plane of the Feywild.
I don't know what I expected you to say.
And there was a thing with a mirror and witches and hags and it was it was only about like 2 or 3 weeks for us, and apparently a lot more time has passed here and everywhere else.
You worried your sister after death.
I talked with her a little bit. We'll probably have a few conversations, maybe some therapy. But we just got home like earlier today, so I wanted to come back and tell you that I was okay if you were worried.
I think he walks up to you, and he's impossible to read. Just looks vaguely irritated about everything. I think walk up to you and is kind of looking down at you, and then just kind of pulls you into a hug. Not a thing that happens.
Yeah, I think Law is thrown off by that, and it's just like, what's going on? Am I being attacked? What's happening? I think almost reflexively casts a shield spell. It's like, what's happening right now? And then, but we'll return the hug.
He lets go of you after a minute. Don't do that again.
I'm really not planning on it. We're trying to figure out how to finish our 4th year. And all that. So I think we have a plan. So we can graduate with the rest. And I can graduate at the same time as Order. Just have to do some like independent study.
Good. As I said, keep your grades up. We don't have a problem.
Right. Well, I just wanted to, Did you get a cat or something? Because I think I'm allergic.
No? Kind of looking around.
I just wanted to let you know I was okay. So, if we're good, then I'll get back to school and keep you updated.
I am being very serious. Do not do that again. This family has lost enough. Don't put your sister through that.
I wouldn't do that to her.
I know. You need to make sure that she knows.
Can I do like an insight check to get like a vibe on like, feels like there's some subtext here of some things that Law hasn't been told yet.
You can. I mean, I don't think there's any information that he's necessarily keeping from you.
Yeah.
It's more just like he's in an awkward situation where the relationship that you guys have has already taken on a very specific tack, and he doesn't super know how to handle it, but he knows what it's like to lose family and doesn't want to do it again.
I think what Law kind of wants to get a read on is like, yeah, I mean, is he's sort of addressing this from like, don't do this to your sister, fine, give out. Like, he's acting like normal, like his usual kind of like detached self. I'm curious, like, how much did he actually care?
Okay, yeah, roll an insight check.
That's a 3. With my flash of genius, I could get that to a 9, but that doesn't really help much.
Hard to say. He did hug you.
Yeah.
And I think that's what you have to work with.
Yeah. Right. Well, I won't do that to Order again, and I'll talk with her. Sorry.
Good. No more mirrors.
Don't you ever comb your hair again.
I wouldn't dream of it. I'm sure you're busy. I can go if you have work to do.
Stay for dinner.
Okay.
I have some questions. Turns around, walks back up the stairs.
It's just always a bait and switch with him.
You gonna stay?
Yeah, I'll stay. Listen, I've faced down dragons and witches and stuff. I'm more scared of my dad than any of that.
I was about to say that all primed you for your biggest boss, Dad.
I'm
Boss battle dinner with Dad.
normally Law would have just run and would have been like, no, I gotta go, bye. But I think is hardened enough to like stay and at least see this through.
He's taken that into
Workplace
account.
experience.
You have dinner with your dad. It's awkward,
Yeah.
but it's not unpleasant. He just sort of he wants you to tell him more essentially about
What happened
and what you went through, and he has some very pointed questions about random Feywild stuff, and yeah, so. But it's not unpleasant. He's hard to read, but he's not angry or being cruel or anything like that. Just he's the champion of compartmentalizing. You know that.
Yeah. I mean, I think Law just, tells all of it, and everything is, just doesn't really see a reason to hide any of it, and especially if he seems genuinely interested, I think does ask like how things were with Order, and wants to get a better read on that. But like I kind of get the sense of like it's almost like we're having a conversation as like it's like the you come back from college at some point during your 4 years and suddenly your parents are talking to you like an adult and not like a kid anymore.
Yeah.
And
It's
so we're
exactly
actually
like
having like an adult conversation about stuff, and it's like he might not agree with everything I'm doing, with everything Law's doing, but they're at least like respecting what Law's been through.
Yeah.
We don't have to play it out or anything, but I think one other thing that kind of comes up, and I've I think if a conversation, if they like are talking and things are amenable and stuff, I think at some point Law asks for relationship advice.
Okay. What
And
kind of advice?
I think mentions what happened with Sereia and is like never had it, and is like, you know, asking like, how did you meet mom and all that, and like, you know, wants like, what would you do if you're in my situation?
What would your dad say?
Which again is never anything that they've talked about before. Law's never like even like it really. Yeah, I think this is totally just like, this is chill and I'm feeling out the waters here.
He's had a couple of glasses of wine.
Yeah.
Oh.
And again, we don't have to necessarily play it out right now. It could be something that maybe comes up later. They talk about it more later, but like I definitely think is like, what would you do if you were in my
I think he just gives you at this point, because he doesn't know the situation, he doesn't know her, but he does know you. Just sort of gives one piece of advice. Sort of finishes another glass of wine, kind of looks at you from across the table. Perhaps another time, another day, we can talk about it in depth. I don't know her, so I can't tell you what she wants. She can tell you that. The relationship I had with your mother was first and foremost built on mutual respect. Everything else flows out from there.
Thanks. Respect. Got it.
Mutual respect. You'll figure it out.
Yeah, definitely. And then like in brain, mutual respect, what does that mean? Okay, I know the word mutual respect. I get those two things. Like, what does that look like in a relationship? So, like it's like going through like a mile a minute trying to figure that out.
You guys sit there in silence for a while. Yeah, but ultimately a pleasant experience.
Cool. Yeah, and then I other than that, talks about what's going to be happening this semester, all that stuff.
Gotcha. So. Give him the rundown. He seems fine with that.
Yeah.
Got a plan in place.
I do love a plan.
Giselle. Do you have anything you want to play out, Al?
I mean, she threw a bunch of stuff into her purse and has presents for everyone. You know, just very beautiful Fey gifts. This one I actually got from royalty, so hold on to that, or just make sure you get the good price for it. Here you go, presents. I feel like, given Giselle's background, her disappearing for several years, they're probably pissed, but not
surprised.
Deep. Like it's not an unusual thing among the family to just sort of dip for an extended period and then just show up again.
The yelling is the normal expected amount of yelling.
Yeah.
About it.
But of course regales everyone with her tales, all that good stuff. And probably does bring up to her sister. So I do have a title now.
Oh, really?
You are speaking to, I have to say it, I've done this to myself and I have to say it again. Her Grace, Giselle Arabella Minuet Wintersweet, the Duchess of the Western Misty Forests.
The Western Misty Forests.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you hate being outside?
I have a really great condo. Like, it's really, really nice.
Right. So is it like the whole forest or just...
It's the western part.
Okay. So like how much land is that though?
I mean, I have a good like acre, you know?
How does 1 acre make you a duchess?
It's about the title, okay? Look, I have it. It's official. Like, a prince signed it and everything. I have witnesses.
So you're what? You're the duchess of a condo and some trees?
And an entire permanent Fey portal.
Okay. So you're going to show us, or?
Sure. Giselle pulls out a what looks like a really pretty like silver compact and unfolds it, and then somehow unfolds it again, and it continues to unfold until it is like, I mean, taller persons may have to bend over, but until it is like a full-size stand-up mirror. Right this way.
Okay. Follow you through the portal. Give him the tour.
Yes. So again, it is literally, it pulls out into, it's like a really nice, the furthest that Giselle could go into like pleasure camping, it's very much glamping. Is it like glamping is as far as Giselle could go, let's be honest. Like for adventures, she'll deal with it, but this is by choice, this is about as far as she could go. So it's this lovely little like cottage situation, you know, totally gauche and tacky to Giselle's tastes. But the impressive part is one, the huge stone circle glimmering with arcane power, and also the giant fucking rager that's just going on.
Just a permanent party situation.
There's a permanent party going on around this circle.
I love that.
There is food on this side so that the mortals don't go, like, literally people are just passing back and forth like the indoor and outdoor at like a giant house party. But the mortals have food on this side so they don't get trapped, and it's a whole thing.
Okay. I think for the first time in a long time, your sister looks vaguely impressed. She didn't say that, though.
Of course not.
Oh. Okay. This is fine.
It's a burgeoning business. There are so many people that want their pretty little children. Hi. No, go have fun. No, they're finger sandwiches. They're pretty little children to send back and forth to this sort of like exchange program, like semester abroad experience, and I am cutting in on this market.
Okay, I can respect it.
So, I've saved up some funds over the past, well, what for me was like maybe a month, but for you I know was a couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
Again, sorry about that. But
At least you weren't in prison.
speaking of prisons, pulls like a chest of gold out. I want you to take this to Mama and Baba. I want you to convince them to buy out of the family.
Are you crazy?
No, I am extremely serious.
You know they're not going to go for that.
We don't have to do it anymore. I have this. I can set everyone up to be running it while I finish school. You can still continue to count the numbers and everything. Everyone will still have essentially the same life, but when I saw your faces about how long I was gone, that's what it's like every time Mama or Baba gets sent off to prison. I want everyone together.
I will talk to them.
That is all I ask.
I make no promises. I don't know what Papa would do without this job. He's going to be bored out of his mind.
Well, the best part of all of this is the only reason that I was able to do this was that I have some fairly significant connections in the Feywild now. Strokes her necklace.
She's like fully rolling her eyes at you.
You don't have to be jealous. I can introduce you too. If Baba wants to run around and gallivant or whatever, maybe we can just do it a little more, not above board, but a little less inclined to get him locked up.
You've got a point. Okay. I will talk to them. I make no promises. I will talk to them.
Thank you.
We missed you.
I missed you too.
Come on, let's go have dinner.
Okay,
Real dinner, not razor finger food dinner.
it's fine. Put that. No, you cannot jump off the table. That food is for the immortal. 1 second, I'll be right there. Eventually gets to dinner.
Yeah, you guys have dinner. Anything else in Kaladesh?
I just have to say that I'm just imagining Giselle's house is just permanently hosting the cast of like Gossip Girl. Like it's just a bunch of Upper East Side like mortals, like whose rich parents are like, yeah, go do this exchange program, and it's just like Blair Waldorf and Chuck Bass like in the
It's like
corner,
if you
like
combine the cast of Gossip Girl and the cast of Broadway musical Cats.
Yep.
And the OC a little
Yeah,
bit the OC too.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining like all rich kid like CW shows are all here.
They're all
those
here.
characters. They're all here.
And
I love
half of them are mortal, half of them are fae, and there's so much going on.
That's just what happened in
Cheryl
my
from
head when
Archie
you
walks
said
by.
that. 90210 original and reboot cast.
Everything.
I love it.
Okay, I'm done now.
Anything else in Kaladesh?
I don't think so.
Which for some reason when I say it, Captioner thinks is Canada.
Yeah, that's actually they live in Canada. Like,
They
sorry,
live in
y'all. I
Canada.
know it's been a while. They just live in Canada, which is so different, right?
Okay, so the two of you return back to campus. So Giselle's staying in the condo. Damian is staying in the condo.
Mm-hmm.
With the other two of you, where do you live now?
I mean, is everybody just going to stay in the condo?
It's literally a portal away. Like we could set up the mirror in somebody's dorm room and then just go sleep in the condo.
Up to you guys.
I guess so.
Seraia's just gonna go where everybody goes. So
Yeah. I don't want to be the one person out, so.
Okay.
we could also like rent a little like house on campus so that like the portal can go back and forth, like
Yeah.
not in somebody's random dorm.
Or we just get a dorm room.
That's like an inception upon an inception of
Yeah.
portal party. Like it's a
We-
portal to the portal.
That, or we find like a random closet that we put the mirror in. That we
Oh, like it's speakeasy. It's like
Yeah.
a speakeasy.
It
There's a
is.
closet like
Yeah.
in the biblioplex that we set up the portal, and that's
To
where
the outside, we all share one dorm room, but
Yeah.
You know, I think we can make that work.
So funny.
Okay. You guys get all set up. You've got a place to stay. Over the next bit, obviously you can get your stuff out of storage, get you all set up so you're living relatively normal lives again in Giselle's Feywild condo. Yeah, so
It's the Faerun condo. We are technically in Faerun
technically
in
in
the condo.
Faerun.
We're
It just
next to
has-
another
it's-
portal that
it's
goes
called-
to the Feywild.
It's
called,
just
like, the
giving
mist-
Feywild
yeah.
energy.
It's called the Misty Forest Arms or something.
Okay, so you're back. You get a good long rest. You guys are getting set up with somewhere to stay. And you have a meeting the next day, which we'll get to in a second. On the way there, on the way to the Biblioplex, for you guys to meet up with Tom. Val Law wanted to snag
Oh, yeah.
Grayson?
Grayson, yeah. I just wanted to chase him down, maybe if they're
Okay.
having a meeting of the young entrepreneurs, future entrepreneurs
Yeah,
club.
there's a meeting today. A lot of the people in it you don't recognize.
Yeah.
But two familiar faces, Grayson, who is there again, a little bit older. He's human, so did age over the last couple of years a little bit. Jawline filling in a little bit more. His hair is dark brown. It's got kind of like a salt and pepper like streak through it. It's a little bit longer. He's kind of let it grow out. It's a little wavy. He's dressed a little more casually, but still very sort of like professional demeanor. He's just more like a tech bro now. His jeans and a blazer, you know. But he is there leading the meeting. And the other familiar face there, who is working with a lot of these new potential Strixhaven entrepreneurs, is Faye.
Oh.
You come in,
Great.
Grayson. Faye acknowledges your presence briefly. Grayson sort of waves and gestures you to come over.
Yeah.
You came
yeah.
back.
Hi. Yes, I missed a few meetings.
A few. It's good to see you.
It's good to see you too. It seems like you're doing really well. I heard all about the charity,
Yeah,
work you've
yeah,
been doing.
the support network. Yeah, it's starting to come together as like
Yeah.
a real tangible thing instead of just an idea I had 3 years ago.
Well, I kind of wanted to. I've missed a lot of time kind of getting set to where I wanted to be at this point at Strixhaven, so I wanted to pick your brain about something.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
And I guess, is they still here?
Yes, she's nearby. She's sitting at this is in the Biblioplex in one of the study rooms. She's sitting at a table nearby, working on something with 3 or 4 younger students.
And I should probably ask Day's help too.
I'm not gonna pry.
Yeah. So, long story short, I had a lot of momentum at the end of the first semester, winning the thing, what was it again? It was where Law did the armor stuff and
The fashion show?
yeah, the fashion show.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to kind of build off of that, and now I've been gone for 2 years. Is there a market here for? I want to open up commissions for the student body, and I wanted to maybe get some help with advertising for that. We're going to be gone probably for a lot of this for part of the semester because we've got to do some independent study projects, and I'm thinking that sounds like it's going to take some travel. So I was hoping to maybe get some help, and also wanted to make sure that I was offering something that like wasn't already on kind of. I don't want to step on anyone's toes.
No, yeah, for sure. What kind of commissions were you thinking?
Mostly any, magical items, things that might, give especially like first years kind of a leg up on what their studies and their curriculum.
Okay.
I imagine that the
Study
most
aids, job aids, that kind of thing.
that kind of stuff, magic, weapons or armor, things that they might not already have coming in, but they might have trouble affording, kind of on their own. That some of maybe their more affluent classmates might already have.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think you definitely got a good market for that kind of thing here. Yeah. So I mean, the way we've been kind of structuring things is we try to get, because we've got several members. I mean, you look around, there's like 15 or 16 people in here, in addition to Grayson and Thay. So what we've kind of been doing is, especially with the younger students, kind of getting their feet wet a little bit, having them work with one of us, upperclassmen, on our sort of capstone projects to sort of set them up to then, be able to work on theirs when it's their turn. So we can, yeah, we could put together a little team if you want.
Yeah. I mean, that sounds great. I mean, I'll do most of the obviously the actual commissions themselves. I just mostly need help in organizing and making sure my kind of getting things off the run. I'm not really familiar with like the business side of like business, what I need to be doing on that end, and so that's kind of what I figured I could use your help with.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'll get some resources together, and we'll get a couple of first and second years on that, and get you a little team going.
Right. And then like I don't even know what to be charging for this kind of stuff either, and I don't want to charge.
Yeah, we can math all that out.
Okay, be great. Do you need anything from me right now for that? I've got to go meet in a bit, but I can come back later.
No, yeah, just I mean, give me some general notes on kind of what you're thinking and what we can get started for you.
Law just like brings out like a crumpled like piece of paper they were doodling on, and hands it over, like flattens it out and hands it over to Grace, and it's like, this is kind of like initially what I was thinking for like the name and the I probably need somebody with artistic talent to like mock up a logo or something.
Okay, I like it.
Thanks.
Yeah, this we can work with for sure.
Cool. All right. Well, like I said, I've got the meeting. I've got to bounce for that, but I'll check in later.
Sounds good.
All right. Thanks, Grayson.
Yeah, anytime. He goes back to doing what he's doing.
Well, we'll run off to meet up with the others.
Like as they were walking to like the meeting place, like I'm sure there's like, because it's like the beginning of the school year, there's all those people that are like asking for like joining new clubs. You see Damian just signing up for every single one of them as he's going by. And it's like he's intentionally trying to like spread himself out there and get himself well known out there. And like he's just randomly signing up for them as he's walking. He's like kind of lagging behind them and everything.
Okay.
Pulling a Willoughby.
Remind me, I will send you guys the entire list of clubs that I have. Again, you can decide if you're participating in any of them. So I got a list.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else? We all meet up.
That was it.
Okay.
Yep.
Perfect timing. So, you make your way up into the Biblioplex, and shortly after that, you tell one of the many archivists here what you're here for and who you're here to meet. You get set up in one of the offices. Excuse me. one of the offices, and a few minutes later, in through the door rolls a clockwork archivist. Again, these very tall clockwork figure on these large like wheels that it sort of rides around through. Tom, the one archivist that you all are a little bit familiar with, comes in with 2 books in hand and sort of rolls around to a table. Welcome, students, and welcome back.
Hey, Tom.
Hello.
I
Lovely
trust
to
you've
see you
been
again.
well. Thank you.
For the most part.
Good, good. Well, Professor Sharpbeak has instructed me to instruct you on something that needs to be done for the university. Right.
Great.
That's all we need to do.
Here's where we'll start. And they put 2 books down on the table in front of you. Excuse me. And I will describe them to you now. They're 2 books sitting next to each other, one much thicker than its companion. The one on the left, the large one, is weathered and cracked leather-bound tome. It's about 8 inches by 10 inches. It's a big book, and about 2.5 inches thick, just full of pages. Embossed gold letters proclaim the title across its lavishly decorated cover. This one is called Alcazar's Thrilling Tales. You can flip it open. The inside is old, but it is beautifully rendered. The interior of this book, again, beautiful drawings and embossing and all of these things. It is essentially a set of stories, and interspersed throughout are many images of who you can assume is Alcazar. Handsome, mustachioed face, underneath what seems to be, from all these pictures, his signature wide-brimmed hat. He is often depicted with like the wind sort of whipping at his flowing shirt, but then having no effect on like the rest of him. Extremely tight pants, tall shiny boots, generally just looking marvelous and fantastical. Alongside his very like sort of rough and tumble adventuring companions. And it is filled with stories of Alcazar and his thrilling tales, his many heroic exploits, and also maybe gives a little bit of insight into him as a person, considering all of the illustrations, but I'll let you guys assume what you want to about Alcazar. The book next to it, that same sort of 8-inch by 10-inch leather-bound book, but very thin, maybe half an inch thick. On the cover, just very simply is scrawled Alcazar's Appendix. When you open this one, the pages are crisp and dry, and some sand actually sort of falls out from them a little bit and falls onto the floor. And as you look over the appendix, it is sort of it is an extra story that was not included in Alcazar's thrilling tales. It has just a single story in it. You flip through it, and you guys can take the time later to sort of get a handle on what the story is. But at the end of Alcazar's appendix, there's a single drawing. It's a very detailed drawing of what looks like a stone golem with this like blue, just brilliant blue gem at its heart. And as you kind of flip through them a little bit, Tom gives you a little bit of information. It says, Alcazar's Thrilling Tales has long been a staple of the Biblioplex. It is a popular adventure book, and, well, most of the events in it, I imagine, are at least based in truth. Alcazar was very real and did go on very many adventures. that one, for context. This one is the crux of the matter. Alcazar's Appendix. An extra story, basically in journal form, that was discovered recently in the Anorak Desert. It tells the story of Alcazar, and he flips all the way through the back to show you the picture of the golem, and it's got all these sort of like symbols scrawled around it and everything. Alcazar was looking for a very powerful magical item, and he never found it. Quite strange, considering, and he just points to the giant book of all of his heroic tales. Considering. This has just very recently come into our possession, and we have reason to believe that this, and he points to the drawing of the golem, may still exist. But I don't want to spoil the fun, so he pushes both of the books across. Read them, read the appendix especially, and let me know what you think.
Damian's looking at the cover of the book of Alcazar and just rubbing his bare lip, like.
Okay.
So we're just reading the book as our project, or
I think once you have read the appendix, it will become clear.
No spoilers. So.
No, but once you do, I am available for any questions. It's very short. It should not take you a long time at all. So I will leave you my office.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll be back. And Tom rolls out of the room, leaving you with 2 books and a new adventure on the horizon. And that is where we're going to stop for today. It's already time. Can you believe it?
Made it.
So yeah, if you at home want to spoil yourself on what we're about to do, this is the second to last Candlekeep mystery. It's called Alcazar's Appendix, and it's gonna be really fun. I'm very excited to get into it, starting up next week. So, thanks everybody. Let's do stars and wishes.
My star goes to Damian for giving us the gold that was Professor Skrillex needs to be back in his party room by 5 p.m. every day because he has me time. And that's a gem that I will carry with me and treasure forever. It's really good to have Skrillex back.
He'll be around now.
Yeah. My wish is to get to play through these adventures. I'm very excited. Yeah.
Thanks, Sid.
Yee.
Who else?
I go. My star is gonna go to Sid / Giselle. A, because I'm just happy to have her back, and B, because I just love Giselle. She's just like such a warm person. But the star is for how perpetually unimpressed her family always is. it just cracks me up.
Now you know how she exists. This is what
It's
created
just
her.
So funny to me that like the family that you created for Giselle, they're just like they're so funny. But the main star is the wanting to get her family out of the family business, and I love that as the person who came into this like as a rogue with like a questionable sense of morality, and then now she's like, I have a legit business, we cannot do this anymore, we can, you know what I mean, like we can be less risky and all live happily and still have things to do, and no one has to go to prison. And I just love that. I love that she created an entrepreneurial, ship for her family so they can still work and do things, but not be as risky anymore. And I just love that for Giselle. And I hope her parents take her up on that so she can worry about them less.
It's about 50-50. We'll see.
We'll see. And then my wish is I want one of my favorite parts of Strixhaven was all the like this like parties and all of, like the fun things that we did, or like all the little mini games and things like that. So my wish is to have, like, I know we're doing Candlekeep, but I want like a Strixhaven centric episode somewhere in there where we do like an activity with our friends, like rebond with them, like a party, or you know what I mean, like something. Whether it's like a mini game or something that happens where, we have to hang out with these people that we abandoned for 2.5 years and kind of rebond with all of them and get to spend some time with these NPCs that we missed. And that's me.
Can definitely do that. Thank you, Rach. Who else?
I will go. My star, boy, it's tough. I have to give a star to Van for all of the lovely thesis names, the capstone projects and everything that everybody is working on. I know you had talked about it like earlier in the week, spending way too much time on that, and
Time well spent.
Very well spent.
Time well spent.
Great.
It was the best way I could find to like get the intrusive thoughts about it out of my head, but also to have like given these folks like this, like having all of these NPCs over the last 2.5 years, like in college, like sort of really dialing in on what they want to do with their lives.
Time went on without us. Like they were finding their stuff.
It was for me the best way that I could think of to like sit down and at least give myself an outline of like, okay, they have changed. How? It'd be like, well, let's start with the school stuff. Just kind of went from there. Then I gave them different hairstyles, and that was probably the extent of the work I did.
That's the best part.
Again,
that is what really signifies.
Very important.
So thank you. I worked hard on it.
It shows.
Yeah,
it does.
I'll also give a star to Party Girl Sereia for giving everybody shots during the to break the tension during that meeting.
What brings college kids together more than doing shots?
Drinking.
Exactly.
They could be like buttery
And
nipples.
pizza.
Like they didn't have to be like super. It's 1. It's 1 o'clock. Just
I didn't give everybody Vegas bombs. It was
fuzzy
like a lemon drop.
navels.
It was like a lemon drop. Yeah.
Whatever.
Something to quickly break the tension.
Exactly. And then my wish. Boy, it's tough. I mean, I'm very excited to get into this next mystery, but I think my biggest wish is like I really want to see us trying to like see how all of our characters struggle with trying to balance like, everything going on now that we're back in the real world. So I think that'll be fun to see.
Alrighty. Thanks, Val.
It's me. My star, all of the stars I wanted to say were so I'm just going to reiterate them. Definitely my star definitely goes to Van and just making all those thesis statements, because that was just really clever. It kind of like makes the NPCs feel real, like real characters. And I really like that. And just the return of Sid. I love Giselle so much. Like she just adds a warmth to, but also what was great was when they all said what their issue was, Giselle's like, no, we're going to do this, and that's how we're going to fix that. And I feel like if Giselle wasn't there, we would have probably sat there for like a good solid 5 minutes worrying about that amongst our characters. So that was also a really good thing. My wish, definitely echoing Rachel, I definitely would like to have some Strixhaven antics. Because like it's now like work school balance for them now, and I would like some Strixhaven antics, to see how...
It's like being a senior in college again, for real.
Yeah, and also it's because for Damian, he never had a real school experience, so this is going to be like him like going through the college experience but on fast forward. So I think that's something I would like for him to go through also with this, is to have him get like this college experience that he never got.
Speedrun college.
Yeah, speedrun college. Yeah.
I like it. All right. Writing my little list. Thanks, everybody. That's all I have for
Oh.
today.
Wait, no, that's it?
So yeah, that's it. Thanks
Oh.
everybody for playing today. Thanks to our friends out there in chat for joining us. Next week we will start a new adventure. Another of the queer chronicles of this iteration of the Strixhaven Quartet. So thanks everybody for joining us. Join us tonight, 5 p.m. Eastern Time, for the next episode of Hearts of Stone. Val runs it. I'll be there. Sid will be there. Your wonderful friends Wings and RJ will be joining us to do some crime and maybe bicker amongst ourselves. Those are our two things that we do on that show.
We're a big crime family.
Yeah. Little Sid makes us sit on the get along couch.
The Unity
The
Den.
Unity Den in the middle of the brothel we run. Anyway, come hang out. I won't give anything else away because that show rules. 5 o'clock Eastern Time. And then join us throughout the week for the Red Jenny one shot that Sita is going to run. And the next episode of our little Star Wars 5e miniseries that Val is running. That's every other week, so it'll be next week, right?
Not this coming Wednesday,
But the next
but
Wednesday.
the Wednesday.
Yeah, so that's bi-weekly for the next several weeks, and then everything else we got going on. That's what I got. We will see you all tonight and then throughout the week. So until next time, good game and read a book, internet.